station.
You're listening to this is Radio Biafra.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if their prize is death for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Held to be Afra, consecrated nation, O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed will pass. When we are poised the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets build a glorious sign, a victory we scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening
You're listening to this is Radio Biafra.
Yes, of course, this is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi from Efo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi from Efo is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind those words, but one day we shall. He is, of course, standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the director of this Radio Biafra. He is the director of Biafran Television. He is the leader of IPOB. And he remained the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interests of Biafran people for over 60 years. By the grace of Chukwukika Biama, I am George Onyeibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. Delta State is Biafra land. Of course, I will not forget to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. But that having been said, I must proceed to acknowledge the Creator. His name is Chukwukika Biama. He is the one who stays in heaven and presides over the affair of man. He is the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. He is the lifting up of our head, our hope and stay. He remains the primordial influence that drives us in every matter, both great and small. For without him, we are gone as a people. And so each day we come here, we acknowledge him. And in the same way, this evening I said to him, "Oh Lord my God, when I'm in awesome wonder, considering those works, the works thy hand has made, I see Biafra. I see that Nigerian shall be no more, and then I shall bow in humble adoration." Yes, my God, I see Biafra. I know that Nigerian shall be no more, and then I bow in humble adoration. Then sing my soul, then sing my soul, my Savior, unto thee, unto the Lord. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sing our soul, our Savior, unto thee. Nigeria shall be no more, Biafra shall come. Anyị na-aja gị mma maka n'eziokwu na ịmara mma ịhụnanya na gị obiọma gị o juru anya dadio inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alpha na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị na edemao ise. I don't know this feeling. Anytime we understand that Nigeria is going to be destroyed, that Nigeria will be obliterated from the face of the planet Earth, anytime we come to remember that Nigeria is not supposed to exist, there is this joy that overrules our heart. And that is one thing the leaders of Nigeria, the protectorate of Nigeria, the territorial integrity defenders of Nigeria, the saboteurs of Nigeria, the hijackers of Nigeria, the managers of Nigeria should understand and be ashamed of themselves. We are supposed to be Nigerian, right? Look at how happy we are because Nigerian must be obliterated from the face of this planet Earth. Don't you understand what we are here to do? And then something is certainly wrong for you if you advocating keep our one Nigeria, our one loving Nigeria. Are you not ashamed you are the only country in the world who has to project one in order to deceive people with your false unity? Our one Nigeria, it is our one Nigeria, it is one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one negotiable, one Oroboseria Nigeria. Have you heard about one America? Have you heard about one China? Have you heard about one Japan? Even the people who created the zoo, have you heard about one United Kingdom? What is united inside United Kingdom? Only in Nigeria. Yoruba is shouting, one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria, you are who la one Nigeria. Fulani are shouting, it is our one Nigeria, give us our one Nigeria, we go protect our one Nigeria, and Sabo follow them. Our one Nigeria, oh, it's our one Nigeria. Are you people not ashamed? Must you put one so they know you are united? It's unbelievable. When are they going to say one Ghana, one Ghana, one Ghana? But then, I'm happy this evening. Because to understand that Nigeria must be obliterated. I am happy. That having been said, on this segment we go back to our root. Our team remain back to your root. Most of you will not understand why we do what we do. Believe me, restoration of Biafra goes beyond just restoring the geographical landscape, the territory integrity. It goes beyond that. The freedom of the mind of people is more important. That in the end of it, every man and woman, Biafran child across the globe will be able to walk on this earth as free men, knowing their right and the need not to encroach on the right of others. That in the end will be people who compete to see who is the best, appreciating advancement, civilization in the real term. That indeed, as the light we represent, we will be able to show the world what their mind has not been able to conceive. They have not thought about it because we are different. They know it. We are not the same. We will prove it. When Biafra is restored, we will prove our points. Yes, we don't love ourselves, it's okay. Yes, we hate ourselves, it's good. Yes, we don't cooperate, fine. Yes, we don't have sense. Anyone you talk, we agree. But we will upset the balance. I don't expect you to understand that. And so on this segment, when I say back to your roots, please don't try to figure out what I am not telling you. Of course, whatever you like to figure, it is your business, because I don't give a hoot. I no send you. But if you want to get the truth, get the truth. We are brought up in an environment where they tell us to live by lies. And I think we are tired of these lies. We are indeed. And so when I say back to your root, the colonial master told you your father is evil. Some of you agree. My father is not evil. Hausa people understand this. Fulani understand this. Yoruba understand this truth. That is why Babangida Adamu Farouk told you that if I see a Hausa man eating another Nigerian man leg, I won't call him bad again. No, they are all good. But the truth remains the truth anyway. We want to know who our fathers are. We want to know what they did even in their fallen state. We want to see what can we learn from them. Our time is winding up. The next generation is almost going. They will all die. Babangida will die. Obasanjo will die. And then the next generation will come. And in turn they will pass away. And then the next generation will come. In turn they also will pass away. You can imagine you are hiding somewhere and you see your son and your daughter telling somebody that oh, my daddy is evil, my daddy is bad, oh, my daddy is wicked. Oh. How will you feel in the real sense of it? If we are fighting to restore the land of our ancestors, we must understand who they are. We keep praying for a central cause. Oh Lord, deliver me from a central cause. Oh Lord, deliver me from a central cause. What of a central blessing? That having been said, our topic this evening is some of the advantages and disadvantages of our ancestors or ancestral ministerial gift. We have taken time to look at some of the gifts that manifest in the life of our ancestors. Miracles. Miracle didn't start from the Bible. We understand the 9 ministry gifts of the Holy Spirit, which are classified into 3 different categories. Of course, the power gift, the revelational gift, the vocal gift. You can begin to talk about the gift of faith, the gift of healing, the working of miracle. You can begin to talk about discernment of spirit. You can talk about the gift of prophecy, the gift of speaking in tongue, the gift of interpretation of tongue, device of tongues, and the rest of them. This miracle did not start on the day of Pentecost. No, they were happening in our land. You fail to identify, you fail to recognize it because you feel they are evil. But in our previous study, I have made you to understand that miracle is miracle. But once it's a black man miracle, it becomes juju. If it's a Oyibo miracle, it becomes glorious. It is glorious. Moses lifted up, strike the dust on the earth, and there were locusts everywhere. It is a miracle, 10 plague. When I tell you that my ancestors open wrapper and being pursue the army, those positive thinker, they are useless if there is no negative thinker. Believe me, brother. For you to understand what I mean in the first place, go back to electricity formula. You need negative. to combine with positive. That is the only time electricity can be generated. So as much as we appreciate positive thinker, you must also appreciate negative thinker, because they will help you to see the tiniest matter in every issue that ordinarily you could not have been able to see, because positive thinking make you to begin to look at only the big picture, but the real secret is hidden inside the negative aspect, tiny aspect of it all. Let me digress a little bit for you to be able to understand what you are saying. A lot of people pride themselves in the universe today. I'm talking about to make you understand that as far as white is superior, white is original, white is supremacy, there must be west. But if you know what there must be not, the universe is losing, because somebody thought he's a white man and then he's superior. That is why you will see cancer. That is why you will create disease. That is why you will formulate Ebola. That is why all the human being will suffer. That is why you will never find satisfaction in life. Go and ask Bill Gates, as rich as he is, Bill Gates want to still mortgage the whole world. What is he doing with the money? Can he eat 20 plates of food at the same time? Can he sleep in 30 bedroom flat at the same time? Can he fly 2 aeroplanes at the same time? That is why they will continue to struggle from the day they die. They will never be able to satiate, to satisfy their human want. Because you think I'm white, I am original. But let me tell you the secret you have not known. Creation takes place in darkness. Without darkness, there is no creation. Without night, there will be no law of planting and harvesting. Don't you notice plants grow at night? Do you know why God allows us to sleep? Because during that time you are sleeping, that is the time your body repairs itself and you grow. Have you noticed yourself growing in the daytime? Don't you know that darkness was there before God said let there be light? Don't you know that God himself dwell in the darkness that is thick as cloud? Don't you know only black women have the womb that has the power of mutation? Don't you observe and understand that the black man's skin absorbs the sun? That is why Bob Marley say, we are the darkness that maximizes the light. And then time you are telling me you are superior, you are white. I tell you, you lie. You know nothing about black. And they say black don't crack. But tonight I want you to understand that if the world can be able to get to a level of maturity where they have to appreciate the white as much as they appreciate the red, as much as they appreciate the pink, the purple, the yellow, we will see the true beauty of this universe. Because the combination of colors gives access to another beauty which you are yet to imagine. Somewhere in my life I had the privilege of studying art. I know what it can do, combining the primary color to the secondary color. The more you combine this color, the more you see colors that do not have name. Today in the universe, we have a lot of colors, beauties that do not have name. Why? Because there is no limit to what we can achieve if we are able to harness the potential within the white and the black, to harness the potential within Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani and the Biafran, to harness the potential between the saboteurs and the genuine men, to harness the potential between the rulers and those who are being ruled. And so if I stand up any day and tell you our ancestors do not have their own weakness, I lie. And that is why this evening I'm saying let us take a little time and consider the disadvantage of what they did, some of the things they did, which is very large, I must say, and the advantage of it. We look at the advantages. One, during the time of our ancestors, when they were doing things like juju, and you call it idol worship or gomo, all those bad things you said they did, it has disadvantage. God said, I will never share my glory with anybody. I will never share my glory with anybody. And some people believe our ancestors worship idol. And because of this idol, God punished them and sent them into slavery. God punished them. And then made, for instance, Biafrans. That is why Fulani, Hausa, and Yoruba are ruling us in our own land. But in as much as you are entitled to your opinion, I will ask you a question. Those terrorists who call themselves colonial master, who invaded Africa, robbed Africa, raped Africa, murdered Africa, killed Africa, humanized Africa, blackmailed Africa, lied against Africa, when is God coming to judge them? That is a quiz for another day. But coming back to what we are saying, let us agree that our ancestors worshipping idol or their form of religion is evil. But let's look at some of the advantages. Now, for instance, I will still use myself as an example. As a child, I was told that on no account should you sleep with another man's wife. My father told me that nothing kills a man faster than to sleep with another man's wife. My father told me that the easiest way to kill a man is let that man go and sleep with another man's wife. Because according to our tradition, I have the right to marry 1 million wives if I want to tomorrow. That is my culture and tradition. But women, of course, do not have this right. And now my father said, he compared it to a scripture where it says, can a man light fire and put in his bosom and not get burned? The Bible says no. It says, so is he who goes unto another man's wife. Now, what am I trying to say in effect? Based on this, how do I know a married woman as a child? As a child, married women don't wear pingy. They don't wear macaroni. They don't wear all these things now that we are putting on today. The moment you see somebody tying wrapper, you know they are married woman. And then there is this mindset in my heart. It still affects me till tomorrow. If I see a woman tying two wrapper, it's a no-go area. I feel this person is somebody's wife. Because I understand the consequence of it all. These were our culture and tradition. The reason I'm saying it is that in those days, some communities still have these practices. When we go to the farm in the village, maybe after harvesting the yam, for instance, we arrange them along the road in the public place, because it may take 2 or 3 days before we can be able to get a vehicle that will convey the goods, the farm produce, to the house or to the market. And if the yam, for instance, happens to stay on the road, on the main road for 1 month, nobody will touch it. All we need to do is to pick a stone and drop on top of the yam, or firewood, anything you can see. You can pack a sand, put something on top. I tell you, nobody will take it. If you lie, let it stay 1 year and rot. Nobody will take it, because they believe that if you take it, Amadioha, Ikenga, Ekpentu, Akeamoho, Idugu, depending on the deity you serve, will kill the person. So nobody goes there. Nobody goes there. If I tell people, I don't know how you feel anyway. I witnessed Biafra land in those days when our house don't have door. I could only wonder the kind of people who they were. You don't have key. Our pot of soup will be outside. I have said it time without number. We go to school and come back. Even our dog will not go close to the fish we put inside the fire without us being around. These people did not commit this crime because of the consequence of what will happen. The danger that will befell them. What am I trying to say? In those days, the advantage rather of our culture and tradition is that it does not promote evil. Do you know in Igbo language there is nothing like rape there? We don't have any word for rape in our language. Do you know before the British government came to invade our land, we don't have police? Do you know that even before the arrival of one church, you don't lie against somebody? But of course, there are people of exception that will do that. Because if you do these things, the law of the land will catch up with you with great nemesis, with great repercussion. And so you hardly hear about rape because you will pay dearly for it. You hardly hear about robbery because you will pay dearly for it. In those days, the highest criminal case you can get in Biafra land is how do they call it? I think it started with breaking and entry, and there are two names they call criminals: breaking and entry. Why did I forget the other name? Because when you go to a police station, they say, what did he do? They say, these ones are breaking and entry. It look like you have stolen the whole world. It's a treasonable offense to be caught by breaking and entry. That is because they couldn't imagine it. Today now, if they catch you for breaking and entry, they won't even arrest you. But boy, now they do this kind of thing by this time, they just slap you, collect your phone. That is what SARS will do. Get out here. Your mate, they rob bank, they do breaking and entry. They just slap, they pity you because your brain, they think it's not functioning. But in those days, it will not happen. Because to be alive, to be arrested for breaking and entry, I can assure you, the problem you will have in your lifetime, you will never solve it. The advantages was that all these things were not rampage. It was not on the rampage. Fulani will not be doing what they are doing in our land today in the name of one Nigeria. Our governors will not be messing up in the name of one Nigeria. By now, Amadioha would have chased them out. Better thunder. But we abandon those ways. Why wouldn't they use our head? Imagine if thunder now destroy all the Boko Haram on checking points in Biafra land. Those people who went and shoot Okada man because he's not wearing nose mask. Thunder would have killed them. All these evil will not be in our land. They are not in our land today because we do not recognize their function again. Those who recognize their function have become corrupt themselves. Now you see the advantage. But then let us go back to the disadvantage. A lot of people don't want to hear anything about their ancestors, most especially as black. Believe me, my brother, your feelings are right. Some of you in diaspora, you can't come home. Some, when they come home, that will be their end. Because there is somebody waiting for you. He come to shine. He come to shine. They will put a chair for you. Or they give you a bed. Or they give you EB. Or they give you diabetes. All this on a juju. One I know they use and pursue Fulani come out for our land. Hausa Yoruba we won't become problem for our life. One I know they use and pursue them. So you are afraid to come. That is the disadvantage of those our cultures and tradition that makes most of you afraid. But if your hand is clean, they can't get to you. I tell you the truth. They will always try, but they will fail in the end. The person that did me on my bed, he did it so that I will die. But the person is still listening to Radio Biafra, and I'm still talking. In fact, the greatest frustration I gave to the person was that I suffered the Agba bed for almost 3 months. I never slept one day. I was broadcasting every day. I want that person to die of heart failure. I told God, I'd rather die than not to broadcast because of this Agba bed. I can imagine your level of frustration. I am still here. Because our fokanji kwana ga wadi amama. But the question is, why are you not doing our bet to the enemy? You people are the ones that corrupt the system. That is the disadvantage. The disadvantage is that all of you that have brought men of God to break the shrine and I do in your house, have your condition improved? Have your condition improved? All of you who have received miracle in different church, if you do not have the knowledge of what you are doing, where is your life? You are still the same way. Little knowledge. This disadvantage is that some people decide to harness the bad aspect of our culture and tradition. It was easy for them to make merchandise out of the people. And today, these are the disadvantages. I can tell you that if 100 of you come back from diaspora to your homeland, 10% may not go back. The remaining 90%, 10% when they go back, they start having problem. The remaining 80%, some as they go back, they will end up in prison. Some may even have accident and die. Some of these things are not natural causes. Somebody did it. But if we are able to manage the equilibrium between the advantage and the disadvantage, like the advanced nation can do, you will see they are all beautiful in their own way. For instance, the purpose of manufacturing a gun was not to kill human. The purpose to manufacture a firearm was not to kill your fellow man. It was actually designed to hold down wild animals, to protect human from wild animals. But they get one day, because people must think positively as well as negatively, somebody considered and said, we can use this gun to kill ourselves. And so somewhere along the line, somebody decides to improvise the uses of gun. So instead of using it to defend somebody, you now use it to kill somebody. But life did not end there, because another person decided and said, now that we have started killing ourselves with gun, we need to see how we can protect ourselves, or all of us will be dead in a year. The person moved on and introduced bulletproof. Today, you have bulletproof. When you put on your bulletproof vest, it can at least protect the most vital organs of your body that will enable you escape even before the person would have killed you. And now you see, one knowledge gives birth to another knowledge, and another knowledge leads us into a different horizon where we're able to see the world from a better perspective. And so anytime I say go back to your roots, I fully understand that yes, those culture and tradition were meant to protect our people. But evil men decide to improvise its use by using it to kill the people. And then it is our duty now to come back and say, now let us form bulletproof. With this bulletproof, you can be able to you can be able to decide how they function. Today the world has moved on. You own a nuclear warhead, you are a world power. They got to a stage, somebody understand that it's not about getting nuclear warhead. They need to work on the speed. North Korea will tell you they are trying to make sure that their ballistic missile can hit America in less than 6 seconds. America will not waste their time trying to create another ballistic missile that will hit North Korea in 5 seconds. No, they move ahead a step further to create a shield. A shield that will automatically redirect the same ballistic missile hitting their land in 6 seconds back to them in 3 seconds. This is advancement. But of course, ballistic missile is not anointing oil. Ballistic missile is a weapon of mass destruction, which is not supposed to be in the hand of any man. But they don't want you to see the danger. They want you to see their word power. The same way blacks must come to the level where you will see the power of your ballistic meter. This is what I mean. We must stop condemning our own. We must recognize the good and the bad aspect of it. We must also understand that there is need for us to move ahead. That is why there is a film they call in those days, the good, the bad, and the ugly. There is always three coins. When they tell you about Trinity, there is a lot of knowledge hidden in those words, only if you will understand. And of course, if I go beyond this point, I may begin to confuse you. And that is one thing I do not understand. Our lines will be open now. And when you call, please, tell me the advantage of our ancestral heritage in terms of culture and tradition. Tell me the advantage of it. And those of you who have suffered from the disadvantage, tell us. And if we are wise enough, we will be able to prepare a bulletproof. Of course, we have Odieshi. We will be able to defend ourselves. Having good knowledge of something is not enough for you. You need to have the good knowledge as well as the bad knowledge. That is the only time your knowledge can be complete. I'll be back in a minute. Yes, of course, without wasting much of our time, our line is open at this moment. The WhatsApp line is 07081545642. 07081545642 is our WhatsApp line, and then the direct line is 08122152971. 08122152971 is our direct number, and the special number for the female is 08128858614. And then somebody may begin to ask me and say, how does this relate to our freedom? My brother, it relates to our freedom because we need our kidnapper, we need our Boko Haram, we need our militant, we need our tout. All Biafrans, good or bad, all of us must come back. We must push the enemy away. Reverend Father, do the job of Reverend Father. Reverend Sister, do the job of Reverend Sister. How do they use this English? Those in charge of protocol, those in charge of lobbying, everybody must do their job. In the end, we need it, I must tell you. Oyibo have armed robber known as Robin Sherwood. They glorify the armed robber. They wrote a book about another armed robber, Money Heist. You glorify them. But our own is sinful, is sinful. We need to make use of all of them. I don't support evil, but I know they play a role. That is why God will not kill Satan. I don't support evil, but I know they play vital positive role in the life of the children of God. That is why God will not kill Satan. If you like, bind them, kill them, shoot them, destroy them. You don't see that body of the person where your prayer key for road. Now you know. Call her on the WhatsApp. Are you there, my brother?
Mazi Onyeibe.
Yes, good evening from here.
I hail this, sir. Good evening, sir.
Go ahead.
My name is Mazi Onyeibe. I am calling you from Igbocha. Mazi, I want to greet you. I want to greet you specially, and I want to give you a title. I want to give you, you are a Western man of God. You are also a traditional man of God.
My brother, get my language clear.
Yes.
In as much as I will not allow anybody to violate my Christian faith, at the same time, I hold the culture and tradition of my ancestors in high esteem. That place is no go area. Don't even come there.
That is why I said you are all encompassing. Honestly, sometimes I sit down, and when I look at the amount of wisdom that comes out from what you say, I don't know how to say it. I don't know if I should say you are 250 years old, or if I should say you are at the same age you are now, because the wisdom that comes out from your word sometimes is really, really astonishing. I'm telling you, I've been listening carefully. I and my wife have been listening carefully. Mazi, I really want to thank you for the topic you have raised today. You know, sometimes people do not understand what the definition of good and bad is. You understand? If you look very well, all the matters, all we're talking about is actually true. because it's just like the gun. You can't say the gun is evil. You can also say the gun is good. It depends on what you use it to do. And if you check our tradition, a lot of time people, when you talk about ancestral traditions and heritage, people look at it from a negative standpoint. We had ancestors who were saying the truth. We had ancestors who were not ready to compromise the stand. We had Nze and all sorts. Not this thing we do today where somebody will get 20 million naira, he will just go and, or 2 million, he will go and kill a chief and become a chief. And come to even think about it, the word chief has nothing to do with our tradition. Chief is an English word. What is the word for chief in our traditional language? We have none of such. We had Nzes and all sorts. And these people were truthful people. They were people who never lied. Now, coming back to talk about the advantages of our tradition, you know something called Oriko Mona. Do you know that with Oriko Mona, you cannot poison anybody? If you attempt to poison somebody, when once there's an Oriko, you'll be fished out. There was one news I saw on the internet 2 days back, and where they said they caught somebody who was an assassin. I think either in Enugu or in Aba, that the person was an assassin. And I went there immediately to comment. I said that assassin should not kill. Rather, he should be rehabilitated to fight for his fatherland by chasing out the Fulani herdsmen that has been killing us. Because if you check very well in the US, there is no capital punishment. I hope you know, sir. There is no capital punishment. Nobody is being killed. No matter how notorious you are, you can never be sentenced to death either by hanging or by shooting. Why do they not do that over there? It is because no matter how bad, no matter how ugly, no matter how worse you are also an asset to the land. If people like Chieji were there, people like Edi Nanogo were there, and all these people we felt were evil and Bakassi killed all of them, we would have had Fulani herdsmen roaming our bushes anyhow. Of course, these men would have fished them out and dealt with them decisively. So, Mazi, I want to thank you for what you have been doing, what you are going to do in future. May Chuko Kabiama keep showering abundance of blessing, abundance of grace, abundance of mercies, good measure, pressed down, shaking together, and running over of grace shall be rested on you. May Chuko Kabiama bless you, bless your family, bless those who wish you well, and curse those who wish your death and your downfall. In the name of Chuko Kabiama, above all, may Chuko Kabiama bless the land of Biafra. Bless Mazenam, the Kamano also. Bless Mazi Chemefo and every principal officer and family members, well-wishers and loved ones that have been working to make sure that we have our freedom. In the name of Chuku Okike Abiama. We
must continue. Yes, sir. Thank you. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Call on WhatsApp. Oh, just hold on, please, my brother. You are not yet connected. Please, just give me some minutes. Go ahead now. Go ahead. You are on.
Okay. Good evening to you, Biafrans all over the world. Good evening to you, Mazi Onyeibe. I am Onyeibe calling from Neu-Ulm, Germany. Yes, my own contribution, Mazi Onyeibe. You see, I have grown enough to know that if God should kill me today, or if Atuere and all these things should kill me to affect me today, I caused it by myself because my ancestors have laid a legacy on for me to defend myself, on for me to protect myself and my family. It's there, but we abandon it and call it evil and embrace the white man who built a gun, who built a bulletproof, and their own is not evil, but our own is evil. My own, and I grow enough to say that my father, everything that my father invented is most beautiful thing on earth. It's most beautiful thing on earth. We should go back to our ancestors. We should go back to our way of our way of living, our life, our traditions. We have everything there for us. It's for us to embrace it. Let's start. If you don't know your chi, you know your chi. If you don't know your ancestors, you know your ancestors, so that things will be good for you. May God bless you, Mazi Onyeibe. May God bless you, and for you, Biafra in Biafra land, please do something. One or two things. It won't take you much. Protect your life. Your life is very, very precious. Okay? Protect your life. And may God bless you, Biafrans all over the world. We are going home soon. God bless you. Bye.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Mazi, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm calling from Onitsha.
Go ahead.
I'm calling, yes. My name is Ibe. Yeah. Please, I thank God for everything. I thank Nnamdi Kanu. I thank Uchemofo. I thank you for your good work that you have done. And I can only mean only na bambo. If I'm not going to Chukwu Kikabia, my return Nnamdi Kanu. The Divya no me. Obo na Biafra bia. Better when I put Nnamdi Kanu say MM. Can be down now. That man, I put him already Kanu one. Since I was born, I have never seen a human being like that man. In fact, he's not a human being. Who call you a human being is making mistake. I've never seen. He's not a human being on my own side. Thank you very, very much, and thank you for me. And I thank all principal officers and IPOB worldwide.
Thank you very much.
For the first time. Whenever I for the first time, or not possible. I have never seen. So any person over the name and I had one Nigeria is really a very big mistake. Thank you. The best thing though, let them divide Nigeria. Since I was born here today, people in Nigeria will killing. I have never witnessed that happening in Nigeria since I was born. I feel that I'm home over there since maybe rather if I say Apple never wrong again. If you suffer finish to teach for your children, then you grow suffering. So problem no to us. But can do more. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
People go zero Nnamdi Kanu, go zero. Everyone Nnamdi Kanu, no one going to Nnamdi Kanu ya ata one. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp. Hold on. Good evening from here. Go ahead, please. Caller on WhatsApp. Hold on.
Please, my name is Musa. I was the guy that called the studio evening. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Musa.
Yeah, I wanted everybody to listen to me very today. This thing that I'm about to say is like an information to be put out, especially to the people living in any state. There is this community that have a problem with Fulani people. Use that. It's not up to 10 years now. This village is located as Kano West government of Enugu State. There are two communities there that have problem with those people. So, and these people, why they have this problem with these people that it came to the knowledge that somebody came that they have settled this matter with those people. And some of them went on the reverse and said that there's no more problem with the Fulani people. But I want to use this opportunity to let them know that they are dealing with the devil. That the Fulani people have not rested. They are preparing for them. This village I'm talking about is located. These are two communities in a government area. So let them prepare and be at a rat. Anything can happen at any time. Let them say that we have settled the matter with them. They have not settled anything because during that year it involves the pyramids, some the brothers and some of the cow were killed. So don't you think that they will sit and refuse to be at peace? And it came to my mind because then I was living in Enugu State, New Gariki. It came to my understanding that there was just a certain time, just same village there to understand that the Fulani should not enter the village anymore. And that very day that the leader of IPOB was there present and they had the meeting with the commissioner of police, the leader of DPO handling the area. That's what it is. But I want them to understand that there were this certain time that this I saw the Fulani people. I spoke to them in the language. They were hopeful, they were selling things with their cow. I tried to caution them that this is not good. They told me that these people did with burn. And these people, they came back to Tuvac. And that time they were with guns. And they told me that these people thought that this time around will be like the past. That they attacked them when they have nothing. That this time around they're going to tell them back to what they did. So what am I trying to say? Let them wake up and prepare. Let them not keep quiet.
Thank you very much.
I see people to decide anymore.
Thank you very much.
I've stayed in Ibrand for a very long time.
Thank you very much. Of course, those of you in Nkano, in Enugu State, that message is for you. But that having been said, you see, onye kasaka abu ogwego ho agwa. Onye kasaka abu to ilu ho agwa. If you see who you go fit beat, to fight go dey hungry you. Fulani, bring your war. We have been resting for so long. Bring your madness. Come and kill. Nonsense. But of course, we understand all those things. It's just because of our people who do not discern the time that we are in. Are you still there, Colin Wazard?
Yes, I'm there. Mazi, Onyeibe.
Most
Good
favorite.
evening from here.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you, my African rep. There, thank you for the good work. Chukwu Abiyama will continue to strengthen you. The God of our fathers, not only Abraham, but the God of our fathers, the God of Onyeibe, the father, the grandfathers of Onyeibe, my own fathers. Chukwu Abiyama will keep on being on our strength. We are not just here to remember the on the side of the white people, but also we have our own grandfathers, and they are sent. My own grandfather is also sent. I call him Saint Onyeibe, and my father was the other time laughing. He said, why am I adding sent it to his father? I say he's a saint. I don't know him. I never saw him. I never set my eyes on him, but I know that he's also a saint. He's a saint I know. Mazi, thank you for the good work, and I also thank my leader, Mazi Nnamdi, the rock of our time, Ohamadike, Mazi Nnamdi, the great. Chukwu Abiyama will keep on being his strength, and our deputy, and all our officers working hard for Biafran to be restored. In our own time, Chukwu Abiyama will help us restore our land, Biafra. Yeah, concerning the topic you're treating, Mazi, as you know, the only person that doesn't know when or where a corpse is laying, when you tell the person to bring it out, he will start from the left. So we are the son of the soil, and anybody telling me that I should jettison the way of my own fathers and now uphold the what the strangers brought, that my own lineage, my own history is evil. That one is not is a story of the past. Thank God for Radio Biafra. Thank God for Mazi Nnamdi, and thank God for people like you. We must uphold that is our history, that is our ideology, that is our identity, that is what defines who we are. We are Biafrans. Having said that, Mazi, I also want to add this. I have made a submission like this before now. I'm urging all those our people in Biafran land, all those that knows how to do those things that we need at this point. Why will you be gara the pain to your own brothers, to your own sisters? Bring the information on board, bring the message on board. If you don't want to come Mazi Onyeibe, you can call, okay? You can call me also. All this information on how to do those things won't stop us from, dispatching this thing to all these herdsmen and Fulanis and all these road roadblock they are mounting everywhere in our land. What stop you from sending those pins to them? What stop you from sending Ukwa Bashu to them? Why will people be in your own land and intimidating you, and the power you have, you'll be using it to wrestle against your own brother? It doesn't make sense. When we have an enemy facing us before us and you are busy fighting your own brother, let's use this tool you have. Let's use it and defeat this our common enemy. This is my submission on that very respect. But please permit me also to announce our meeting that is coming for tomorrow. All Biafrans and people from all distant region of that zoo. If you are Igbo, Efik, in Anang, Eketia, Isoko, any Purobo, any, and you're living here in Edna, any part of Biafran land you come from. This time is not just for IPO, it's not just an IPOB family meeting alone. This is a meeting for all Biafrans, for everyone. Everyone, if you know you are Biafran, your mother type 2-piece rapper, please be our guest. Be our guest tomorrow in this meeting. This is how to restore our nation. Let's aid our leader. He has been, let's aid Mazi Nnamdi. He has suffered a lot. He has worked so much. Let's be part of this history and be there tomorrow. The meeting will be taking place at Egoli number 9 in Amsterdam, and the postcode for this venue is 1103 AC. 1103 AC, Amsterdam. On your way coming, you need address or you need information concerning the meeting. You can reach our principal officers on 0616 663830. Please, time for this meeting is 4 p.m. Please
Thank you very
be
much.
part of this very meeting. Thank you very much, Mazi, and I sign up from here.
Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah, I work from the kids in Biafra land. Good evening from Warsaw, Poland. Mazi, I appreciate you, appreciate what you're doing for your motherland. Make I continue to inspire you. Likewise, I want you and all the leadership of IPOB. I say, make I keep every hard core Biafrans around the world, especially those of them Biafra land in the Nifo. Yeah, Mazi Onyeibe, do you know the meaning of Agwotrombe?
How I wish I know.
Mazi, you know that. What it means in Biafra Igbo language, Agwotrombe, the snake that bite the tortoise. He bite the shell.
Okay, Agwotambeku. Okay.
Yeah, Agwotambeku. That why we call you that name? Yesterday, I think yesterday or so, I tried to call your morning program. When we are saying that people want to kill you, they want to do that. Mazi, how many times have they done to you a chair, how many times?
5 different times, different type of poison.
Okay.
Aba boot, aba chiri, aba all of them. But we are
Mazi,
still
did
here.
you survive?
Of course,
Did
we
you
are
survive
still
it?
here. We are still here.
Okay. What of during the time of Chimobi? Did you escape or not?
Oh, it's unfortunate she passed on, and I'm still here.
Okay. Mazi, thank you. You've answered me because why I say that? Onye Chineburu. Just like our Mazi Nnamdi, when we call him Onye Chineburu, people don't know why I use those language. Mazi, nothing will happen to you. And ndị Igbo na-ekwu okwu si ebe onye lere mmanụ ala obi ka ọ ga-aga ebe a mbiri. Whatever you sow, you must reap it. Anything you think about person, if it's good, let it go for it. If it's bad, it go for it. Mazi, don't be. I think you're past that stage by now. You have been to DSS dungeon. What? Nothing. You came out. Mazi, the stage we are now. Anybody that do anything, if you do the right thing, you will take it. If you do the bad one, you will take it. That's what I believe. Mazi, coming to the issue of the program we are making, this is one of the best. I think sometime in this program, I have said it, our forefathers left a lot of legacies for us. And I said it here that during the Biafra, that Nigeria genocidal war they brought to our Biafra land, there are things that protected our land. I gave an example and I will see to say it. It's there, it's still there till tomorrow, till the end of time. If anybody doubts, he should go to Omaka. After that pro cathedral church, inside there, he will see the what they call what this when you throw shell, what they call that thing. People should go there and see it, because that time when their flight will be coming, they want to bomb that Afomaka market. But when they throw it in from Njaba River, something will divert it and go and push it to another place. So there is no too much talking in even our brother called for no home. He said, but that there are things best of the night. He says the night is best known to the all.
The secret of the night is best known to the all.
Thank you. The secret of the night best known to all. That is why we are telling our beloved brothers, have the course. Enter this ark of Noah ark now before it closes. Enter inside IPOB, you know what is happening. You can't stay outside. And for those of you feeling on where you will die. People will die is a must. We are telling you, people will go down. Except you do the needful. Now you have the time. Because had I know it's the worst thing that can happen to any human being on this earth. This is the time, you have the time now. Look for IPOB unit and enter and do the needful. We don't talk everything here. We have our own secret. We don't say it here. So go there, you know what is happening. For our brothers that he been like somebody said in Enugu, he's a kidnapper. I have been calling on this program, giving numbers, telling you that if you are a kidnapper, water than advance, I need you call this number. If you are armed robber, if you are if you are one even
if you are Satan Pekin, child of Satan, as far as you are Biafra.
Armed robbers had wants that block road go to bank. We need all of you now. I have been giving this number call. And before I do Mazi, I'll call the same number at the same time. They're open to call. Please, all of you from Ekusi go and the environs, Ozoblo Reef, the Kija, Ihembot, Obo, Iti, Newi, you will call this number because we need 2 transmitters around the area. The brother that just dropped, I think that was Favor Onyeibe. He has made a huge amount of money for you people. We need to complete. So let's go and fix it for you. And for all of you from Ungwa, Isi Alangwa, and the other Isi Alangwa North, Ungwa South, Isi Alangwa, Obiomangwa. Please, you need 2 transmitters. One of your brother has brought money for one from America. You have to call this on when I call the number. And all of you from Ebonyi State, your project is still ongoing. Please. And you have your brother, okay, I've given the number from Obolo, Mpu, Amasri, Afibo, all of you, please, from Bakliki, all of you from, please call this number, +48 739 672 638. Likewise, Ndimo, we appreciate all of you, and we're almost there.
Thank you very much.
We still need more of your help. Mazi, thank you from here, my brother.
Good
night.
Yes, a caller on the line. Caller on the line. Caller on WhatsApp, hold on for me. Caller on the line, go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening, go ahead.
Good night. Mazi Onyeibe, ana m ekele gị nke ukwuu n'oge anya taa. Na-asị gị otu iji. Onye ọbụla na-achọ gị ọdịda ga-eso ya. Onye ọbụla na-achọ gị na mmụọ. Chukwu oke abịa ma ga-emere nke Chukwu oke abịa ma mmụọ ọ ga-eji egbunye ya n'ala. Maka na ihe ozugbote n'ezi Chukwu okike abịa ma ilezi na redio ọbịa. Bịaziwa dịka ka m ghọtagoro ya Chineke ihe Maazị Nnamdi Kalụ gwara anyị redio ọbịa Kraịst ya wee worship Chukwu oke abịa ma ife God. Dịka ka m ghọtara ya. Maka na ezigbote ihe m na-amụta na Maazị Onyeibe oke efe onye kwuru ihe a ibe ihe iji gotu na-ezu oshi na-eme na ọ chọrọ ndị dị otu a na because that's why na-ekwukwe na my village ha enweghị nke ha na-eji anaghị emecha mee chiokwu ndị ike ya ụmụ nwaanyị niile nọcha ebe a akụchicha na ha ụkwụ uwe na-atụ kedu ihe mere na ha ji eji ihe emegide ihe onwe anyị isi na iji ya wee pụta ka e nwee ike iji ụtụtụ ndị Hausa Fulani India mana ha ji na-emegide onwe Chineke emeziere gị ka ịmata ihe bụ mgbọrọgwụ na mkparamakwụkwọ na ahịhịa iji were mee ka ahụ onwe anyị sie ike enwezie na-emegide mmadụ ihe ndị a ekwesị because go back to our root n'eziokwu n'ezi atọ Nnamdi Kalụ gwara Chukwu oke abịa mese God because my father, the name of my father is Mwabai. Hello.
Go ahead, the world is listening.
The name of my father, Aham Nam, Bo Abai. What you mean? I can eat the meaning of it. Na Chineke bụ mmụọ. Na Chukwu Okike abịa ma bụ mmụọ. Na mmụọ abaghị bụ ọnwụ na Chineke esoghị mee ya ihe na-emeghị ihe mmadụ ga-eme ya. Nsogbu aha anyị na ibi m ịkpọjọ Bruce ha kpọrọ because anaghị m akpọ ya. Ụlọ akpọjọ tinye m mmụọ aba ọ na Chineke esonyeghị na-enweghị ihe mmadụ ga-eme ya. That is ọkwa ihe m na-atụ chọka sef ka ọ bụrụ aha gị because ọ chetara m mgbe asị na iyere akwa pesụ atepọt ihe na-ewute m but atepọt nna n'ụkwa na ya ịdị na mma nkele Chukwu oke abịa mana nke a so ana m alakiri m titi na na-eme because tinye na awa kọlchọ ka anyị mata onye buche ọnwụ na ile anya ihe na-emezi ugbu a na ala Biafra ka ngwa nke bụ eziokwu ihe na-egwu na ala Biafra ụkwụ agara obodo ndị ọzọ obodo nke Europe na ebe ahụ nwa eke nọ ebe ahụ nwa Britain ebe a nwa Europe na ebe a enweghị mmụọ dị iche iche na nọzọ taa gịnị mere anyị ejiri ike enwe ekres wisi na wasep bikos na ebe Chukwu oke bịa masị naanị ya bụ chi na-enweghị chi ọzọ ị ga-enwe ma ya bụ ya agabukọtacha ụmụ mpịapịa mmụọ ndị a niile dị n'obodo a anyị na-ebukọrịta onwe anyị nke a kwere nke ekwere nke a kwere nke ekwere na-awụcha ihe na ime anyị mana ọ bụrụ na ịchọpụta naanị Chukwu okike abịa ma n'ọya ya n'eziokwu Mazi Onyeibe ebe na-efugodo m na-eme nchọpụta ọgwụ ahụ njike bụ nwanne m nwere chụso ndị iro m bụ ndị Fulani ma ndị iro dị n'obodo anụwa na-esi ya ochie ebe anụwa nwaanyị n'aka ntị nke ọzọ ihe abụ jetizi ịtọta chi ememile anyị n'obodo a Mazi Onyeibe na-ekelekwe Mazi Onyeibe na-ekelekwe Maazị Nnamdị Kanu na-azụ ya jide ka ochi Chukwu abịa ma edu akịta ihe niile anyị ga-eji nwetakwa ala Biafra anyị gwụkwara ya nwaanyị Biafra na Chukwu abịa ma.
Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm there. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Judge Onyeibe. This is Agogo from London. Judge Onyeibe, thank you very much. Can I use the opportunity to thank you for taking my call? And can I call upon our ancestor who gave us life, who protect us, who give us the beautiful land the world is jealous of, and say to us, here is where you're gonna be born, and tell us to defend this beautiful land in which Britain is shaking. Fulani don't know that without Biafra, that they are nobody. And the opportunity we have given to them, they have destroyed it. It is now we are telling them Fulani pack and go. Musa, can I thank you for your information? I know if it is Biafran army working for the zoo, he will never come to report because we know a long time already that they are lazy. There's, Biafran army working in the zoo, they are lazy. I tell you, Judge Onyeibe, if you see what these people are doing to, these people doing business, from Lagos to Onitsha, you see what Fulani is doing to these people, especially people to Onitsha, in the presence of Biafran army, you will know that our people in the military, in the police, they are lazy. They are lazy. And I just want to make it clear, they are not doing all these things they are doing to the civilians, calling us bloody civilians. Fulani is not talking to us. He's talking to you, Biafran army. He's talking to you because you got gone the same way he got gone. Do something. You can't do the same thing. The same thing you do to Igbo man or a Biafran man. You, Igbo man, cannot do it to Fulani, so you're lazy. Tomorrow, come and take Biafran chief of staff. Or go is here to tell you no, it doesn't work like that. Mazi Onyeibe, can I thank you again? In the morning, you pieces you're broadcasting in the morning, the way you're describing the Kaaba, they're everywhere, they are everywhere, for the past 100 years, these people, they cannot survive. If these guys didn't plant a Kaaba inside us, they can't survive, That is the problem there. That is why Britain come, do whatever they do, they hand over to power to people who look like us. And they became worse. Britain can't come to Africa. Biafra to come and fight us. They will never come. Mazi Onyeibe, did you know that this Ibu wonder, this mom? Do you know that the white people have started?
They have started it already.
Do you know that white people have already started mom? Did you know?
Of course.
I don't know whether there is I don't know whether Ifan Yokowa can see the picture. If he's listening, can somebody forward the picture to Ifan Yokowa? If I call Ifan Yokowa,
you have seen it.
You sure?
You have seen
Are you sure?
I sent it to
Ifan Yokowa.
There. You have seen
Ifan Yokowa, I want to let you know that this is industry. More than 2 million jobs is hanging in that thing you see, but because you are a Nigerian, Ifan Yokowa, you are in Nigeria, you don't know what it is. You're looking for a white man to come and build a factory. When they come, they poison your food you eat. After you eat, your stomach will grow. Mazi Onyeibe, can I use the opportunity to call on my people? And my people, please, I'm telling you, from Ibanke down to Miria Saba, okay, and do about Mona so Miria Nima Kana Megari, not board of Ananja. Please come and join an Yoma forum, please. Come, we need our radio. Don't allow us to be the last, please. And Yoma people in diaspora, please call George Onyeibe. If you can be able to give, I don't like this sort of thing, one person doing expenses, do whatever your mate are doing. But if you know that you're overblessed, that would be great, but I don't really want it. Whatever your mate are doing, do the way your mate are doing. George Onyeibe, can I thank you again and call upon our ancestor to keep guiding you, give you balance in your thinking, give you wisdom, and protect you. You're going and you're coming back. Lastly, in the morning, a lady called, and a lady was from Lagos State who I was listening, was talking that a reverend father was talking about against Biafra. George Onyeibe, do you see my problem with these churches? A reverend father, it doesn't matter you are a Fulani or you are Igbo, you are Yoruba, is talking against freedom. Did you see my problem with religion? You know that Nigeria is poison, and you are convincing you've been there, you see that this place is poison, and you are telling people to stay in the poison. You see my problem with religion. They are not, most of them are not truthful people. May Almighty Kabema bless you and protect you and give us life and protect us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Caller on the line, are you still there? Of course, we lost that caller. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Vicky from Belgium.
Go ahead, the world is listening.
Yeah, hello. Thank you so much, Mr. George Onyeibe, for what you're doing. I am really appreciating your teaching. I just wanted to add concerning going back to our roots. I think our people should understand the importance of us going back to our roots, appreciating our ancestors. Even in the Bible, in book of Micah 5:4, I think, it says that every man shall worship the Lord their God, and we will worship our God. I mean, it is very necessary for us, after all gods we have served have failed us, have never delivered us, have never given us salvation, we should be able to analyze and research what's our problem. Our problem is because we have forgotten our own original religion, who is our God, where we come from. I remember when I was a child, my grandmother, she just passed away. She was just buried this year, early 115 years. She told me when they were small that they went to the bushes and they wanted to cross over to a swamp, and a big snake just came and just stood there, and they had to even crawl over. Why am I saying this? You know, we have a lot of different people who, for example, in Newi, they worship, they say they worship python. And these pythons come into their house and never ever harm them. The Bible says in the book of Genesis that in the beginning, when God made man, he made all animals and they were living with men. And if you look at our history, we have animal and we live with animals. Some of us in my own village, if I monitor lizard, we call it Nanyomoko. I used to see it when I go. It comes into our house and we feed them. I've never heard anybody being killed by it or being, harmed by this animal. But what we do is we kill those animals. After all, God gave us those animals to take care of the animals. Last I saw a video when they caught a very small python and they were just shouting, the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus. They just killed this little animal. I mean, the animals are created by God too. Our people have to learn that going back to our roots even involves taking care of what God has made. God made those things so that we can take care of them. And I heard about many villages, how some of those dangerous animals, they have them in the wars and all that and different things. So, I mean, it is important for us all to go back to our roots. It is very, very important. When I was a child, we were born in Enugu. We were living we never had problem. We don't have thieves. Our doors are open. We don't have this evil that is everywhere. Sorry that I have to make this comment, but I think that Christianity brought a lot of corruption in our lives, that we believe in doing all kinds of things because God will forgive us. Sorry that I have to make that comment. I think something should be corrected in our way of life. Of
course, you are
correct. Our tradition makes us to fear God. And when we go back to our tradition, we will be fearing God. We will be fearing God. And those animals, they will fight those that fight us even. Because God created those things for us, each and every one of us. I just want to share this. And secondly, our land, what is it called? My mom is from Aniocha. And I'm from, I'm Aniocha. My mom is from Aniocha. My grandmother is from Rivers. We are all the same. If somebody say I'm from Aniocha, all Biafrans are from Aniocha. All Biafrans are from Anioma. Aniocha is a holy land. Anioma is a beautiful land. Ihe is light. We are all the children of light. It's just because, the names are just divided to each and every one of our clans. I mean, we should be understanding who we are. We should understand who we are. Sorry that I'm speaking a lot of English. And Mazi, but, sometimes my Igbo. I'm just trying to... Thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful for what you are doing. I'm appreciating every time I'm learning and increasing. Keep on doing the good work because I know one day Chukwu Okike will vindicate us and Chukwu Okike will teach us the right path we should all go. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And of course, on still the same line of thoughts regarding this evening discussion, if we go back to what the last caller just said about the church, the problem why the church have degenerated to the current level it is today is because there is no principle meant for punishment. During the days of the disciples of Jesus Christ, the eras of Apostle Paul and the rest of them, you will not commit any sin and go away free in the church. We have the issue of Ananias and Sapphira. We have the stories of Bar Jesus and the rest of them. You cannot commit sin in the church of Jesus Christ and get out freely. But today, no. Because the people who are supposed to wield the hand of God to dispense judgment in every situation have become accomplished themselves. The church has failed to activate this power. When you are armed robber, pay good tithe, you sit close to the pastor on the altar. And Paul placed a curse on Simeon, Bar Jesus. He said, may you perish with your money. If you think you can buy the gift of Holy Ghost with your money, may you perish with that money. But today, what do they tell you? Arabarabaraba, how much is there? 3 million. Oh, my father will bless you, my Lord. That's the problem. Our culture and tradition in the real circumstance, they don't pamper any evil person. They send you to where you belong to, the grave. Everybody by now will be more coordinated than you can imagine. But that having been said, I leave the line open. Call, tell me how worst, how evil your ancestors are. Or rather, tell me how good they are. But better still, do not forget that without negative current, there cannot be electricity. Negative must meet with positive. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, bye.
Go ahead.
Every IPOB family members all over the world, those are able leader Mazi and our deputy and all the IPOB leadership and those that hit the call and job for this fight to liberate our people, those that were captive, the Biafran, the remnant, Bokike protect and guide every one of you. You see? Mazi Onyeibe, thank you for your topic this evening. And I want to sing one music because all these things have been prophesied that it will happen. There's one music, one lady they call Helene Nkume. After you go and listen to the music, he said, you know, she starts the chorus is that she starts singing, explaining what is going on and all these things we are seeing in the so-called house of God. But when the so-called the Yahweh movement, the freedom fighter during those days, the early gospel, at least when he got to the church, he was angry. But thank God that most of you are still alive today. And there's those Chukwu Okike Abiyama still called. I remember the word of our leader, where he was moving around looking for his people all over the world, flying long way of air flight when the air was hostile, preaching about this good message. He said there's those Chukwu Okike Abiyama called for this world. Like they think most of us that in IPOB that we are not children of God, that we don't go church, we are not Christian. While most of us are those we are born to worship my Almighty Chukwu Okike. I know where I was born. I was not born in hospital. I was born in the church where they call it Ike, where they were dancing because I never wanted to come out. So I was told who I am. But when I started seeing what was going on in church, I was trained by a reverend, someone like those that they say you and they. But my own work, I was trying to run away because I don't want to be pastor. I don't want to be reverend because I know that they are contaminated. Not even now, most of them are the highest spiritual sacrifice. I had one of your program where you were talking that you see those are our traditional rulers, our traditional doctors, because that is what I call them. They call Dibia. Those pastors, they go there and collect what they used to do, abrakata, abrakata, abrakata. But we should not lose focus, and we should not allow them to bully us when they tell us name, because we know who we are. Well, let me leave this in. I think this in because I'm not. Some people say they hear from God. I know they hear from God. I just dream. I see something. I see it. This message go to our leader. 1 John 2 verse 5 to end. What our leader is doing is just for the love of Biafra, not about the money. And like most of us that are in this struggle, this is what we are here for. We are fighting to liberate our people. So this 1 John go to our leader. Whatever he's doing is for the love of Biafra. Again, Mazi Onyeibe, some of you that are in the religious field, they know as ordained reverend. You can read this message, this Isaiah 50, and to explain to our people what is going on. And 2 Mark 15. So to explain to our people what is going on and why all this thing, everybody is raising up, talking against our leader. It's like they were sent. I'm sorry for them. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Oh, hey, Biafra, sign up from here.
Of course, almost here, Biafra. Are you there? Caller on the line. Caller on the line. I think something is wrong with this line. Caller on the line. Caller on the line. Can you hear me? Caller on the line. I think something is really wrong with this line, but we shall see to it. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
I'm sorry for them. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Oh, hey, Biafra, sign up from here.
Caller on WhatsApp. But of course, I don't like people who will call and then they will ignore their phone. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening from here, Mazi.
Go ahead, please.
Mozambique, from Mozambique. Calling from Mozambique. Still Mazi. Onyeibe. Mazi Onyeibe. Imana ihe a na-ekwu ihe na ịda ha ekwuli ya dịka na ihe egwuregwu. Our people hapụrụ ihe anyị kwesịrị na-eme ihe ọzọ because anyị na ndị n'onwe anyị nọ ihe Mozambique here. O nwere traditional, obodo nwere traditional. For that, enwere ihe ga-eme gị izu oshi n'obodo. Abada, ọ dị ịghapụ onye nche na bank Mozambique. Ọ ji ihe so only person, one person, only person. Because of o nwere confusion, o nwere ihe ọgwụ n'obi, obi ihe n'obi, o nwere ihe ọzọ o nwere echekwa ya. Obodo nwere internal security ha. Security ka ha nwere bụ dịka of this traditional. Ị ga-ahụcha enwe ihe ha ga-ezu oshi ozugbo zuru oshi ahụ. Ha ga-abụrụ the tin ha ga na dibia ozugbo ha nwere ebe onye zuru oshi ebe onye agba agadi na chike ozugbo ị ha igba na-akwụla ka gị hụ ya. Onye isi a na-ekwu ihe na awa people beziri ihe niile chenji chazie anya maazị ihe na-emezi ya dịzị ka na ejiri chọọchị wesa ishi onye eziokwu na ụka dịbobete bude ya sidat na nke dọtara nna ya. Ọ bụrụ na gị ga n'ime ọrụ, ọ bụrụ na izu oshi n'ime ọrụ gị ya ga-enwe ihe ọ ga-arịga n'ala di ya onye ahụ zuru ochi ha agaghị afọ ihe ọcha sekuriti onye na-ekwu ihe na because our people nọ n'ụlọ now kwesịrị mmadụ na egwu adara egwu ntagharị anya a na-ekwu onye ọla iko ji wepụta chi so that ka anyị mara ka anyị ga-echi bụ ejide ndị because enwe mgbe na araba international enwe nwanga mgbe a na-emere ya otu enwe ihe nwanga onye agụlode bịa were mma ya were egbe ya disi fe ihe o nwere fe ihe na ha nke ya after fe na ditin na ha nke ya ditin bịa chenji ediho ndị Hausa ndị adrọp egbe ahụ na alaba drọp dị egbe ha ọ dịzisi na ndị eleba ndị ahụ na anyị dịrị ndị ahụ na because agbụrụ mmadụ na today na ala ahịa na nwanne ụnyaahụ na ọlụ ọ dịzisi ihe na ndị onye abụla onye amị abụọ onye polisi abụla aga otu ọbụla na ekwesịrị ijide voku ebe ụlọ ọnụ kpọpụta ya eme ihe ha ga-eme because ọ dịzisi na eme na onye ọbụla ma ihe ekwesịrị ime nweta Biafra ọ bụrụ ọla were chek edeme na ya dị ndị agụlele elebe anụ ndị ụmụ elebe anụ ndị na-aja ndị na-agwa odeshi akwụkwọ ya ga na bank agbawa a na-agba ebe ọ na-aka n'ala elebe ndị anụ ndị ebere ndị bịa ndị Hausa ndị ifsef ma ndị polisi Naijiria sara echi ahụ egbe echi ahụ dibịa agazi na nwa dibịa aga ọ dịsi tradishọn ihe agachi na but anyị na ndị nwaanyị chụzi freedom ihe ahụ ekene eji nata ndị mmadụ winchi na-eji aga ebe na-aṅụ mma na-egbu ndị mmadụ were ege ebe na-aga na-enye ndị mmadụ tasasa were ege eletọpụtins ha na-eme ekwesịrị ime na ahụ na ije nwaanyị bụ nwaanyị eziokwu anyị bụrụ ihe ndị apụta out ji eme ihe ụkpụrụ ihe anyị na-achọ ụdị ọbụla oge efere nkwele onye bụla kwele onye ọla ji ka o ji chepụtacha ka onye na-aka nchi gị were pụtawa onye nwela ji ka o ji were pụtawa ka anyị nweta Biafra nweta Biafra ọ ga-adịrị anyị na mma anyị nweta Biafra letọpụtins ga-eri chenji nweta Biafra ihe nga anyị gaghị aja ka obodo a na-eji agha obodo eji akpọ mmụ bụ na zon biko onye nwa na-ebe ọ na-ewepụta ka o ji ihe maazị obodo na ya ụnụ bring ya what we have anyị nwere ike chọta ihe anyị na-achọ n'ụka ahụ dị ekere anaghị ekwule na ngarị ka a na-ekwu ụka mgbe oge erukwe na ụnụ ga-agbakwa ọsọ refriji oge erukwe na ụnụ ga-agbakwa ọsọ that na ụnụ ga-agbalaga ọsọ for that ma ndị chọọchị ma ndị ụka ma onye ọbụla believe ka believe bring it out so that ka anyị nweta ihe anyị na-achọ because na ọjeje ma Sabat onye ọbụla nwe ihe ọnwụ na-ewepụta Chineke gozi onye ọbụla abịa obi ndị Mozambique abịa obi ndị wodu wadịrị ndị ahụ maka Chineke nwere onwe maazị Nnamdị Karaka ekpuchi ọnwa maazị Uche mofe akwa akwụrụ bụrụ onwe gị bụ agwọ tụrụ mbe ana masị gị biko Chineke na-achọkwụba ụnụ niile gozie ụnụ niile nye ya amụmihe na amamihe isi ọnwa gị na-awụ na ahụ ka gị na-enwe ụnụ ogologo ndụ ahụ mgbasị ike ụnụ niile ihe ka narị n'ahụ ụmụ Chukwu n'aha Chukwu ka bịama niile ka narị n'aha Chukwu ka bịama The same as Onyeibe. Thank you very much, Mazi Obilosan of Mozambique, Nampula province. Thank you very much.
USA, and the state of New York, just like we all know. This
information is directed to the IPOB in the United States of America. Going with all our leaders, Mazi has recently said we must do the needful.
If you have not joined IPOB family yet, or you intend to support the struggle for the restoration of Biafra, now is the time.
To join IPOB family in the New York, please call our state coordinator, Mazi David Ezekwesili, on 832-245-5640, or the New York State Deputy,
Mazi Izu Okoli Mbadike, on 646-645-8237.
Other zone coordinators include Bronx Zone 1 and Mazi Dr. Ekwebe on +164-664-43957. Obina
+192-9509-8008.
Staten Island, Mazi John on 347-203-0871.
Pastor Thomas 6462-269487.
Brooklyn Zone,
Saint
Abalakwe AM on +16-46-52-36-5246.
Queens/Long Island,
Mazi Elochukwu
164-69-56-6219.
Bronx Zone 2, Wada Beatrice on 347-5177-934.
Or Reverend Jeff.
You live anywhere in the U.S. and you want to join or contribute, call our national coordinator, Dr. Okoro, or our national deputy coordinator, Wada Lady Prestige. Or you are a woman in the USA, you can join our women wing. Call Wada Mommy Okafor on 121-571-57709. Also, if you want to contribute, USA will not fail our leader Nnamdi Kanu or disappoint our motherland Biafra. All hail Biafra, Biafra, we hail you. Signed, David Ezekwesili, New York State Coordinator.
Yes, of course, we must continue. Inching closer to the end of this segment, I take one more call and then we'll wrap up this segment. And that is if I am able to get a quicker response to that issue. Yes, are you there? Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Ekene gị na mgbe mgbede a kene mmụọ na-emere gị ihe kene aja na be nna gị ihe na-ekwu okwu chik noisy. Are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead. Ignore that noise. You are the only person hearing it. Just go ahead.
Okay, sorry. So, according to what you are saying about our tradition, I could remember olden days when my uncle, he's a really traditional man. He has 3 wives, and these 3 wives have their own separate houses. So when we are growing up, I begin to wonder, how can a man, single man, have 3 wives? Then I begin to ask questions. Then along the line, I was explained that each of them have the time they see their, the woman issues, and this time they are in these issues. This particular woman can never cook for the husband, when the other one that is free have to cook. So this is why they have so many wives. So this my uncle, our SMO, which is the God, who we call the how do we, I don't know how to explain it in English, you call them SMO. Anytime he's coming to my uncle's house, he will have the elephant horn. You have to blow this elephant horn 10 meters away from our gate. If my uncle doesn't reply him, he will never come in. And if he's coming in with the back, not with the front. So I always ask questions. They say these things are our tradition. He's coming in with the back because maybe if anything is wrong in that compound, it will not affect him. And most of these, when things happen around our community, those days, this 80s after the war, 70s after the war, sorry. Anything that happens in the night, before the next 24 hours, we must figure out where these things come out. What happened, and if that is not being blocked, it will continue giving problems in our land. And most of the time, if you want to find out what happened, when we ask the whole people around the area, if they don't say who did what they did, they will call our family, the area, maybe the family meeting. And if they see denying, there will something that we do. A python will come out from nowhere. And when that python is coming out, it's going direct to that person that did that. And if anybody runs away from there, that means that is the person that did it. And that python will do only one touch, only one bite, the person will change to black ever seen in this world. One of them happened of recent, maybe 10 years ago, which I'm not around, I was told. In my family, one woman gave poison to 3 kids of a woman. They survived it, but not knowing where the thing came out from. They have to call the family again. The same something happened in my own family, not outside. So in the afternoon, they called the meeting. The woman doesn't want to come out. They force her, the brother have to call her to come out. Immediately she's coming out, the python came from nowhere. The woman have to run back. Then they call her to settle the tape to know why she did that. She don't want to come out. It didn't take up to 1 week. The same python came out to the woman in front of her door. She marched over the python and fell down and just died that day, just straight. She was buried, no burial ceremony, just like that. So our tradition, we need to go back in our tradition. In my own land, in my own community, we don't fight. Anything that happens in our land from other who have maybe problem with another community, what fight for us is bees. The bees will just come out from nowhere. Up to today, those things is vanished. After the war, they brought us all these warrant chiefs. People start to when they get money, they have to force themselves to be chief. So the lands are getting angry over all those things. All our traditions are they are there, but the right thing is to bring them up to the null position. All these cock and joint stories we are hearing in our community will just vanish under 24 hours. May God bless you.
Thank you very much, and that is where we draw the curtain for this evening segment. Of course, there is always good and bad side of every story. Every matter, there is always truth and lie. But that having been said, the best position we can put ourselves or have ourselves is having the ability to maneuver to the most favorable end in the end of the day. That is wisdom. As I sign off from here, remain focused, remain Biafra. And of course, don't go anywhere because I'm coming right back after this time out.